Woman by J.P Pomare. I started on the 14th of December and I finished on the 2nd of January. And I was listening to this as an audiobook and I really loved it. It had dual narration. And there were two perspectives. Deshauna, who was very passive, and I was a bit annoyed by her, but her character worked for the story. And the other character was Reed, who drives the story, and he's investigating a car accident that Deshauna and her husband were in, and then finds out that there is more going on. So I filled this one out quite a bit on the journal. I'm just going to give a plot of the book. So Reed is an insurance investigator who has to determine whether the accident that killed Oliver and sent his wife Deshauna in a coma is an accident. He's returning to his hometown of Mason reluctantly, as he's a former police officer hated by the department. And Deshauna's point of view helps build the tension as we see what was going on with her before the accident. So it was narrated by Anthea Greco and Nick Ravens. And I really loved the narration and I loved the story. I was noticing metaphors around teeth. There were short, sharp sentences to ground the reader, good sensory imagery. The narrators were excellent. The female narrator had range. She was bringing the characters to life that Deshauna was interacting with. It had a good unexpected ending. It kept me guessing to the end. And I wrote down a quote that I really liked, which was, "You could talk the shelf off a walnut." I just also wanted to say this is the first book I read, and usually when I read I kind of forget plots and I forget what happened, and I finished this book in January and I am doing this, recording this review now in March. So it's been a few months, and yet as I'm looking at my notes, it's all coming back to me. So I'm really enjoying the process of reading deeply and recording my thoughts. So that book I would highly recommend, The Wrong Woman by J.P Pomare, and I listened to the audiobook. I just also wanted to say I always give books a 5-star rating. And that's because if I read it and I finish it, I enjoyed it. If I don't finish it, I didn't enjoy it. And so I'm not going to be ranking based on different systems. I just give a ranking of 5 stars because all I want to do is just share a book that I enjoyed and hope that you enjoy it too. So every year I read 20 books a year and I track it through the Goodreads Reading Challenge. This year I'm doing something different. I am recording my reading in this journal I got from Quirky Cup Collective. I wanted to go deeper and engage more with my reading.